Hello, welcome to Craftercise, the exercise video with me, Tracey, where today we're going to knit you fit. This video is for all you machine knitters at home who, as well as wanting to build up those muscles, want to build up that knitted wardrobe too. Today we're going to take you through some simple exercises that you can do at home too with your very own knitting machines. Are you ready? Let's get started. So before we begin today, we're going to do some warm-ups with some yarn cones. We're going to start with using my favourite, which is 500 grams each of acrylic cones. But if you're not quite ready for the 500 grams, you can work your way up from no wool on the cone up to 500 grams, whatever you feel comfortable with, that's what's most important. So we're going to start with them down by your side and slowly bring them up to your shoulders and down to your side and up to your shoulders. And we're going to do 12 repeats of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you're ready, bring the cones up to your shoulders and we're going to lift them up in the air. Again, we're going to do a repeat of 12. I'll count you to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 12. Next, we're going to work on the lower part of our body with what's called the cone crunch, and for this you're only going to need one of these 500 grams cones of wool. Make sure you've got plenty of space around you and hold the cone with both arms outright like this and bend down to the floor and back up and down and up and down and up and down and up. We're going to repeat to 12 again, and don't forget, remember to breathe. Whew, are you guys feeling warmed up? I sure am. Let's move on to the machine for some knitting, shall we? Now that we're all warmed up and we're ready to make some knitting on the machine, today we're going to make a scarf. Nice and simple. So we're going to start by setting up the machine and we're going to pull out around 30 stitches. I've gone for a nice neon wool. I like to make sure it's bright, or I'm bright whilst in the winter time. Make sure you stretch up high to get those muscles worked out still. And we're going to start with what's called the E-wrap. So for all you pro knitters out there, you'll know that you wrap the yarn around each needle in the shape of the letter form E. This can be a bit fiddly, so make sure you take your time. Place your wool in the carriage, and I'm going to have mine set to tension 8. We want to insert the comb to keep all the stitches nice and neat on the needles. Don't forget to hang your claw weights. These are not for you, they're for the knitting. When you're ready and all set up, then you can start to knit. Make sure there's no stitches caught in any of the hooks before you begin, otherwise this can pull at the knitting and make it feel a little bit wonky. So we're going to start with both arms. We're going to go from the left to the right, and we're going to start nice and slowly. Once you're ready, you can start to speed things up a bit. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to start doing it with one arm only. So we're going to start with the left arm. Make sure your back's nice and straight and you've got a full view of the knitting, both sides. So we're going to push with the left. We'll do a repeat of 12. I'll count you to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's 12. Now we're going to do it on the right. Again, I'll count you to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's going to be our full set for today. So what we're going to do is bring up the claw weights, make sure none of those stitches pop off the needles, and then we're going to repeat that whole set a few times so we get a nice long length to our scarf. So when you're ready, both arms on the carriage, and we're going to do a repeat of 12 again. I'll count you to 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. Just your left arm. Just your right. Have a bit of a breather while we readjust the claw weights again. And breathe in and out. And now we're going to do the last few sets, but we're going to take it a little slower and really enjoy the knitting. Ready? Okay. Okay, so when you've got your scarf to the length that you want, we're ready to cast off and cool off. So for our cool off cast off, we're going to use the transfer tool to do a close cast off to make sure that your scarf doesn't unravel. For this, I like to move my chair down so I'm at the height with the needles. So I'm going to take the weights off. And remember to take your time with this. You've just had quite a physical morning, shall we say, and you want to use this time to cool down properly. So I like to pull out as much yarn as I think is going to be needed for the cast off and just pull it up into your carriage like this so that it stays where you want. I'm going to transfer one stitch from the left to the right, needles, wrap the yarn round and pull it through. Remembering to breathe in and out, nice and deep as you're going along. To keep the tension nice, you can wrap the yarn around the hooks on the edges of the needle bed before wrapping it around the needle. That way it has an extra loop which gives it a nice tension around the edge of the scarf. On the last stitch, break the yarn and pull it through that last loop. Tie a little knot. And there we have it. A workout and a scarf all in one. So, I hope you all feel warmed up and well exercised and happy with your scarf. I think I'm going to use mine as a waistband. I think it goes pretty well with my outfit and I might use it for my next Craftercise class and I hope to see you there.